Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite or Mite. Mike Lane, here with Tony Schiavone and with Taz. And today on Dynamite, we're going to have a good show here today on Dynamite or Mite, Mike Lane says. Yes, we are, Tony Schiavone says. You know, in your bedroom is now behind us, and we're now going to our next yield show, if you can call TWF having yield shows or not, Tony Schiavone says. I'll tell you one thing right now, Taz says. I'm truly happy that we got Aiden English back. You know, he's been missing for at least a week, you know, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm happy that we got him back. And we'll never know, you know, and we'll never know what truly happened to him. Well, he fell. Well, Taz says, I tell you right, Mike Lane said he fell behind where the Sailor Moon squeeze dolls are at. That's where he was at for at least a week and a half before we seeked him, and I hope he never goes missing ever again, Mike Lane says. Well, here comes Tool God Jorah now. You know what? I think I know. And ever since we've been putting bins and boxes downstairs, you see how the layout of the room is shifting around a little. You can see that means I can seek my former teammate, you know, the big head man again. You know, since I was a former team, he was one of my former teammates. Yeah, it's true, we didn't win. It's true. Shit. Fuck. Oh, no! You know, it's true that we didn't win the TWF tag team winnings, but at the end of the day, I think if the Miz and our Truth, the awesome Truth, didn't get buried underneath more dolls and no one seems to know where they're at, I think that we could have a match for the TWF World Tag Team winnings. So God Jorah, I don't think anyone wants to team up with you. I mean, I know something that happened to you. You may have forgotten it, but it did happen to you. At the end of 2002 YL in the Toy Wrestling Gathering, when the TWF and the CWF overtaking Saga Row or Tail Row was winding down, because it started at the end of the 11th month of 2001 YL, and it didn't end until 2002 YL. So it went for almost a whole year and a half. And towards the end, wasn't it the big boss man or the big head man? Didn't he take his billy club out or nightstick, unless they gave it away? He hit you with it. No, if I look at the way I think of it, yeah, you're starting up shit, you know. And the truth is, you didn't really do that much. Oh, you may have beat Godzilla or God Jorah. You came to the TWF like 1 month before he did. Now between 98 YL. Oh, you were the indoor land body fighter. Then you were the 2-time 4-1 rights fighter when it was a thing. But did you ever win anything? At least I can say I'm a former WCW, WWF light heavyweight fighter. Something you can never say you were. Do it look like I want to be? Does it look like I really give a shit about that? I mean, let's look at it, Disco Inferno. I mean, you think you're so great. And what is a Disco Fire anyway? I mean, what is that? You know? Oh, let's see. You were in WCW, then that got bought. But you didn't go to WF full time. You let your deal run out for a year, and then you spent the rest of your time in TNAW after that. And that's the only thing you did. I did a lot more in the TWF than you ever did in WCW and TNAW. I mean, you want to have a match? Let's do it. Well, I can see Tony Schiavone said that the Disco Inferno or the Fire, or the Disco Fire, whatever that is, no one really seems to truly know what that is. And he's already starting something with Tool God Jorah, Tony Schiavone says. Yes, he is, Mike Lane says, and you can see the Fight Lord got knocked down by mistake because Tool God Jorah knocked down Disco Inferno. Mike Lane said, I know what disco is. It was a offshoot of song, which only lasted from the 9 between 60s, I think, until the early 9 between 80s YL, and I think it just kind of died out. I mean, don't some folks say that disco is like the early take, was like the forekin of pop song? Taz said, like pop song. Like if it traces itself back, disco may have been its early beginnings. But I don't know. I don't know why it died out, Taz says. I mean, what? They didn't have enough cool songs? Well, I can tell you one thing. Is this one songster is never going to be singing any disco songs anymore, Taz says. I don't know, Tony Schiavone said, what happened to disco, why it died out, or why Glenn Gilbert Eddie, Disco Inferno, what a disco heat is. No one really seems to know. All they know is that he did win the WCW, WWF light heavyweight winnings during his run in WCW, and he spent the rest of his time in wrestling in TNAW. Well, no, he went to WWA and then TNAW. Sorry about that. And he thinks he's going to get the last skip. The last skip. Sidewalk Slam by Toll God Jorah. Mike Lane said, yeah, Tony Schiavone said that was the last skip when he did it in WCW and WWA and TNAW. Oh yeah, Taz says, so we have Steve Austin knocking off Mikey Riffraff, and then we got Disco Inferno knocking off Steve Austin. Wow, Taz said. All three wrestlers doing neck breakers. 1, 2, 3. Here is your winner, Toll God Jorah. Well, Toll Godzilla or Toll God Jorah beat Disco Inferno or Disco Heat or whatever it is. And wait a minute, he did. And now, being like a weakling, he's getting out of the ring now. And now the Fight Lord's out of the ring now. And now Toll God Jorah is going to come after him. Shit. So anyway, this is how. So, well, at least we now know how that happened. Toll God Jorah beat Disco Inferno or Disco Fire or Heat or whatever. Mike Lane said, I mean, it was a good match. I did like it. Well, I don't know why Disco Inferno or Glenn Gilbert Eddie or why he chose to start something with Toll God Jorah, Tony Schiavone said. It's beyond me. I'll tell you why I think he did it for, Taz said. He did it because he wanted to do something to get on the show, Mike and Tony. That's why he did it, Taz said. He did it because he wanted to get on the show, and that was his only forgiveness for it. Alright, now they're going to take away now. We're going to have Mike today, talk with Disco Inferno. Alright, I'm going to be talking with Toll God Jorah here today on Dynamite or Mike. First off, Tolga Jor, we haven't seen you in some time, and when we do, it is Glenn Gilbert Eddy or the Disco Inferno who starts something with you. Yeah, isn't that true, Mike, today? I mean, I'm just minding my own business, having an open dare out for the Miz and R-Truth. And next thing you know, I get to deal with the Disco Inferno, or Glenn Gilbert Eddy, or whatever you want to call him. So, the creep thinks he's so cool because he likes to hit folks with the last dance or the last skip. Why the fuck would anyone want to name a neck breaker off of that? I mean, Stunner is cool. It's like Mikey Riffraff and his girl couldn't come up with cool names for it. But anyway, a neck breaker is a neck breaker. No need which wrestler's doing it. I'll tell you right now, he got lucky when he hit me with that. But his luck isn't going to run out. When I get my hands on him, he's going to be a dead, disco skipper? Disco stepper? Well, if I was Disco Inferno, I would watch out for Tolga Jora. Back to you, Mike Lane and Tony Schiavone. Thank you, Mike Lane. Thank you, Mike, today, for talking shit. I fucking hate these speakers always in the way. Well, it looks like it is all the time we got here. Looks like it is all the time we got here for Dynamite or Mike. I, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone, and Taz. We hope you like Dynamite or Mike, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact or Hit.